Annette and Bob were high school sweethearts, and they went to their prom together 63 years ago. And then after that, they went their separate ways. And love brought them back together. And at 80 years old, they recently got married. So please say hello to Bob and Annette.
Hello.
So this started in high school. So after high school, y'all broke up and you married other people? Mm-hmm. Is that what happened? So how long did you stay married?
Almost 59 years.
And then something happened to him?
Yes, he had dementia, and he died 4.5 years ago.
Okay, so Bob, how'd y'all reconnect? Who made the first move? How'd y'all get together?
I fell in love with this woman for life, and I'm still madly in love with her as I was then. Anyway, I was coming back off a trip, and my wife had passed away a couple of years earlier, and she became very heavy upon my mind, and I decided that I was going to see her one more time. So my plan was, when I came home, was to call her husband and say, John, I loved her before you did.
Wait a minute, hold on, Bobby. Hold on, Bobby, hold on, man. The story done took a turn. So your plan was, you was gonna call her husband and tell her husband that I loved her first?
Yep.
God.
And I want to see her one more time, and can I come visit? I had not seen her in 64 years. I want to see her one more time. Got home, set my bags down, got on my computer, Googled her name, boom, up comes her husband's name, and he had died January 2015. I read the obituary. It said, make a donation to the Gideons. I sat down, pulled out my checkbook. I wrote a very nice donation to both palliative care and hospice in her honor and memory of her husband I'd never met, and I sent that. Found a card of condolence, I sent that.
You sent a card, a condolence card to her?
Yes. And of
Well,
course,
what'd you say on it?
I put in there that my wife had passed away, that I had been diagnosed with a couple of illnesses, and that...
That's not a condolence card.
No, there was a condolence card, but I put in there what was going on in my life, and I put my telephone number, my email.
Yeah, no, Bob. Bob, I ain't mad at you. But that is not a condolence letter. No? I love it, though. Well, you got a lot of people on your side right now.
I tell you, love is... Let me tell you, if you've ever been in love, cherish it, nourish it, because it's wonderful. She calls me on the phone 8 days later, and she says, I got your card. And when I turned it over and saw the return address, she said, thank God for answered prayer. I've been looking for you for 2.5 years, could not find you. You have no social media. I'd almost given up a 100% chance of ever seeing you, hearing from you again. And there it was. God answered my prayer. Wow. So our conversation sort of ended up, you were saying how we got together. This was the 27th of July that we talked on the phone. She said, I'm in Ohio. I would love to see you. I still care for you. Is there a possibility you can come to Ohio? And I said, let me see what I can do. Well, 520 miles and 12 hours later, I pulled into her driveway.
Bobby, you got in your ride, dog. You got 80 years old. You got in your car and started coming with it.
I drove to Ohio, yes. I drove to Ohio.
Oh, you better.
Well, it gets better. It gets better, Steve. I picked up my phone. I'm sitting on her driveway. I called her and I said, are you home? And she said, yes. And she said, have you given any thought to coming here? I said, I'm sitting in your driveway. Hey, my heart was jumping out of my chest. I went over and she was standing in the door. I took her face in my hands like this. I said, I love you. You're beautiful, and I'm going to kiss you whether you want me to or not.
Boy, Bob, you a bad man, boy. Would you consider coming to see me 12 hours.
I came back 3 weeks later. I had a ring in my hand. We went on a picnic, and I asked her to marry me, and she said yes.
Okay, let me tell you something, Bob. I have told women for years that when a man wants you, he will do anything, anything to get you. He come, you ain't gotta look for him. Open your door, he in the driveway. Your Bobby could be sitting in the driveway. This the greatest story, man. Now, this ring, what kind of thought did you put into this ring that you got?
I went and looked at a lot of rings, and the rings today I didn't like. The ring I was looking for had to speak to me. That was the ring that I needed. And I went to a little store in Fredericksburg, Virginia, where I live, and my wife and I had shopped there for years. And I went in, and I looked at it, and they said, I told them what was going on, and they said, here. I said, nothing is here. I said, do you have anything older? They had a couple pieces, and they said, we got some old estate jewelry from the 1950s. They got it out. They set it in front of me, and I saw this ring, and I said, I want that one right there. And they said, what I said is speaking to me. I said, let me see it. I pulled the ring out. It had 7 stones. There were three stones on one side, 3 stones on the other, with a center stone. That was her past, her present, and her future. There was my past, my present, and my future. And the one, when I asked her to marry me, was going to be the one that joins those other 6 stones together. Steve, I want to add in here. I loved my wife dearly. We were married 60 years. This was a love that started before that and carried on the side. And she has told me since that she had thought about me on and off on the side, you know, what our kids would have been like, what life would have been, and whatever. So it's sort of a companion story. But we had other spouses that we loved, we cared for, they cared for us. God put this together. We went to the cemetery. The first week I was there, we went to the cemetery, and I took flowers I gave her, put them on his grave. And I thank God for my wife and the fact that she took care of me, and I took care of her for 60 years. The same for her husband, who took care of her for 58 years. She took care of him. And we knew they were secure in heaven. And it was our turn. And he blessed that richly.
This is the best story I have heard about love. Bob and Annette, Mr. Bob, Miss Annette, I sure appreciate y'all sharing it with us, all right? Thank y'all very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Absolutely. Mr. Bob, great story.
Hey, thank you.
Hey, you made it to the end of this video. I got a lot more that you're gonna enjoy, so just click to watch the next one. And make sure you subscribe to always know what's happening.